You know, believe it or not, I fished in 27-degree sleet, 8-footers up north, but I have never fished in gusts like I fished in during practice. There was a farmer staying near us. He had some registered gusts at 65 to 68 miles an hour. A couple times I'm standing on the front of the boat. I mean, I could feel the gusts like pick me up, and I'd have to kind of crouch down and regain my balance. And thank goodness we were in a Ranger, though. And this thing's got the padded front deck and things like that. The air ride system's in the seat. Apparently, it's going to blow all week, and it has. This is going to be one of the most challenging classics to fish as a competitor, but one of the most engaging classics from a fan perspective, just simply because of the conditions we're going to have to face.
So I have to be honest with you, one of the roughest days I've ever had on the water, I would say top 3, was day 1 of practice here on Lake Ray Roberts. The waves were, I'm going to say, around 6 foot, enough to give me a little scare. But what I will say is my equipment performed excellent. You know, I'm running a Ranger 520R. I never speared a wave. And the biggest key, man, when it gets rough and nasty, if you ever get caught in a storm, is just going slow and keeping that nose up. That's the biggest key in that super rough water, is just going slow, you know, making sure every bolt, everything's tight. But that was honestly, one of the roughest days I've ever had on the lake. Got me ready for this tournament. You know, that was just last week, but it's been windy every day, and it's just nothing new here. That's just apparently the weather in North Texas, and you just got to battle it out as best you can.
This is the most sustained wind speed. The speed of the wind constantly is the most I've ever fished in my life. So I have a charter boat business back home on the Chesapeake Bay. It's big water. I fish almost 300 days a year. That's how I support my family. I've been in the roughest of rough. It's the most sustained wind I ever fished in. And this boat is performing flawlessly. And I'm going to tell you a little story. There's a lot of standing timber on this lake. Well, some of it's cut off and it's just barely under the water. At the very last second, I saw one and I hit it on the starboard side of my boat going about 40 miles per hour. Dukes a hazard. Out the water, it did not leave a mark on the boat. This Ranger, you can't even tell that happened. And I was airborne. So I believe that stands on a little bit. Very, very glad I'm running this 21R. This is going to be big water this week. A lot of wind. I'm in a comfortable boat.
The weather has been subpar. It's been windy. It's been nasty. That doesn't really matter. Someone's going to win 300 grand. It is what it is. I'm glad I'm in a Ranger boat. Don't have to worry about it.
I think I've fished an 8-10 foot wave, some bad stuff, but I don't think I've ever fished in winds as strong as I have in the past week here in Texas. Normally when it's 50-mile-an-hour winds, I just don't put the boat in the water and go fishing. It's a Bassmaster Classic. I have no choice. We got to get out there and find some fish. So hopefully it's going to pay off.